Hey, it's been a couple weeks since I've taken a look at some metal CDs, so here we go with mostly some new ones. So the first one I have here is Dodheim's Guard Black Medium Current. Dodheim's Guard are a Norwegian band that formed in '94, and their first three releases were an original take on second wave Norwegian black metal. But they would then put out this 666 International, which was, I think this came out in like '99. It's very controversial at the time, very influential, very weird, and they were a different band ever since. And the two albums following that, there was Super Villain Outcasts. At the time, I didn't really like it, and the one after that, I forget what it was called. I liked it, but it didn't stick with me. It just glossed over me. But I did give this one several spins on Spotify when it came out, and I found myself just continually going back to it. So I decided I would finally buy a copy. Many different unique styles and flavors here, but they're blended together seamlessly, I think. Nothing really stands out in a weird way. And to me, this is my top 5 albums of 2023, for sure. Next up, this is Prosaic, the most recent full-length album by Mizmor. Guess they have a new logo. Got a Mizmor shirt on here, and that was their old logo, completely illegible. I like some stickers somehow that came to my possession before I was aware of the band, and I was just like, who is this? But they put out 3 full lengths before this, and the second one, Yod, I was familiar with, and the one after that, Cairn, I like both of them. And they have since signed with Profound Lore and just put the CD out a couple weeks ago. So they're an American band, creates a emotional mixture of black and doom metal. Here's the disc here. They really cover everything from old school noisy black metal to funeral doom and all the shades in between. This one here is new to me and still in my rotation. I definitely like the first song, Only an Expanse. I like that one the least. Probably the most black metal one. And then Anything But, number 3. That's probably the song that I've enjoyed the most so far. So, Mizmor, good band. Okay, this is Bale by Yakuza. And I've looked at Yakuza before on a couple of occasions, but I just got this one. Yakuza are kind of a metal adjacent band, progressive metal, maybe some post metal for lack of a better term, with a ton of jazz and world music influences. The saxophone is present through, I think, most of these songs. The vocalist and band leader is a saxophone player. And Yakuza just put out a new album. I only streamed that once or twice. I don't know much to say about it at this point. But there was actually an 11-year gap between this one and the new one. I think I like the one before this better, A Seismic Consequence. But they're a very unique band. I can tell you genres I hear within their sound, but not a whole lot of bands that sound like them at all. And again, it was good that, glad to see that they're back. They've been gone for a while. But they never broke up, I don't think. So now we're going to look at a couple independent self-release CDs that have come in my possession over the last couple years. This one's called APOC. The Scryer. So this is a Canadian band from Cambridge, Ontario, which is an hour or two west of the Toronto area. And my first instinct was to call them like tech death, but they don't sound like tech death. I just say they're a technical mix of thrash and death metal, a lot of latter-day death influence. Great musicians. It's just not really the kind of thing that I reach for very often, but a good release. And finally, this is an odd one for me. This is Shield of Wings Unfinished. This is another self-released album. And this is a symphonic metal band from Chicago. They formed in 2005. They put out one EP. And this one in, I think, 2020 was actually their first full-length album. So this is probably more for the Nightwish, Epica fans out there. Some power metal, some folk metal influence. There's some extreme vocals and some cool epic moments in here, but this kind of metal isn't my thing. Yeah, it's the one genre of metal that I don't get into at all, so I'm not really a fair judge of this. But I thought I'd take a look at it. Seemed well done to me. And that's it. We'll see you next time.